The journey to financial wisdom. Are you tired of constantly feeling stressed about money? Do you find yourself trapped in a cycle of spending and regretting? We are not alone. Today, we're going to talk about the journey to financial wisdom and how you can take control of your financial future. You see, achieving financial freedom isn't just about making more money, it's about developing the right mindset and habits that will set you up for success in the long run. One of the first steps on the path to financial wisdom is expanding your horizon and exposing yourself to different ways of living. When you step outside of your comfort zone and interact with people from diverse backgrounds, you gain valuable insights and perspectives that can help you become more resourceful with your money. You've all heard this saying, show me your four friends and I'll show you your future. Or the other saying, which says, you're the sum of the five people you hang around with the most. And this is reality. Sometimes we need to be exposed to certain conversations to truly believe that more money is in fact attainable. Because if you continue to remain in constant conversations in your social circle, you may not realize that there's so much more money out there for you. Take a moment to think about the last time you had a conversation with someone who had a completely different lifestyle than yours. What did you learn from that experience? How did it impact your own financial choices? Next, let's talk about increasing my quality of life intentionally. It's easy to get caught up in the cycle of consumerism, constantly chasing after the next shiny object in hopes of improving our quality of life. But true financial wisdom comes from being intentional about the choices we make. For example, think about a time when you upgraded something in your life, whether it was a new gadget or a bigger house. Did it truly enhance your quality of life, or did it just create more stress and financial burden? Really assess this. Number 3, knowing when to stop increasing your quality of life. While it's important to strive for improvement, there comes a point where the returns diminish and further spending doesn't significantly enhance our quality of life. Recognizing when to stop and be content with what we have is a crucial aspect of financial wisdom. Take a moment to assess your own spending habits. Are there areas where you could scale back without sacrificing your overall happiness or well-being? Number 4, having periods of aggressively saving. Saving money isn't just about setting aside whatever's left at the end of the month. It's about being proactive and intentionally about building your financial future. There may be times when it's necessary to save aggressively to reach a specific goal faster. Consider a time when you set a specific saving goal and took decisive actions to achieve it. How did that experience shape your financial habits moving forward? I remember there was a time that I wanted to buy a new car, and that was my priority, just to buy the new car. But I also wanted to go on a very big holiday, but this holiday, as a result, turned out to be extremely expensive. I had to forget about the holiday to make sure that I attained enough wealth for the new car. Now, sometimes we realize that when we actually have a specific goal, saving becomes much, much easier. But imagine we had the same goal for becoming successful. How would we save? How would we plan our lives? Think about that. 5, having a general understanding of things before seeking help. In today's world, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your finances. Before seeking professional help or advice, it's important to have a basic understanding of the subject matter to avoid being taken advantage of. Think about a time when you did your own research before making a significant financial decision. How did that extra knowledge empower you to make a more informed decision? 6, being adaptable. In a rapidly changing world, adaptability is key to financial success. Whether it's adapting to market fluctuations or unexpected life events, being flexible and resilient can help you navigate turbulent times with greater ease. A good friend of mine used to work in fintech. Now, in fintech, we all understand that everything moves at a very, very rapid pace. Now, the specific team that my friend was in that team specifically, they were looking for a new workforce. They were looking for a cheaper workforce, somewhere that they can outsource talent at a much cheaper rate. Alternatively, in a different country would be their top priority. Now, my friend actually saw this shift happening, and as a result, they jumped ships and they actually started applying elsewhere to different firms. So when my friend was able to jump ship, that friend then realized that some of the previous colleagues that he was employed with, they were actually left stranded with no jobs for months because they were not able to foresee the market fluctuation, and as a result, were left unemployed with mountain of bills to pay. 7, let's talk about avoiding debt. While debt may seem like a necessary evil, it's important to approach it with caution. Avoiding unnecessary debt and living within your means can help you avoid falling into a cycle of financial dependency. Let's all think about a time when you resisted the temptation to take on debt. How did that decision positively impact your financial well-being in the long run? Number 8, owning your car. One major area where people often fall into debt is with car payments. Now listen, by prioritizing ownership over constant upgrades, you can free yourself from the burden of car payments and enjoy greater financial freedom. If you actually look at a lot of wealthy people, you'll realize that some of their cars are not actually the newest of cars, but instead they're a few years old because they actually own their cars because they understand that that is another debt or liability that is not producing them money. 9. Creating my own definition of success. In a society obsessed with material wealth and status, it's easy to fall into the trap of chasing someone else's idea of success. But true financial wisdom comes from defining success on your own terms and living a life aligned with your values. Take a moment to think about what success truly means to you personally. Is it a corner office and a six-figure salary, or is it something simpler and more meaningful, like a relationship with God? Number 10, living with gratitude. Finally, one of the most important aspects of financial wisdom is living with gratitude. When we learn to appreciate what we have, instead of constantly chasing after more, we find true contentment and fulfillment in life. Think about a time when you consciously practiced gratitude in your life. How did it impact your overall sense of happiness and well-being? Let's all embrace financial wisdom. Achieving financial wisdom isn't just about making more money or living a lavish lifestyle. It's about developing the right mindset and habits that will set you up for long-term success and fulfillment. So I challenge you to take these principles to heart and start applying them to your own life today. Whether it's expanding your horizons, saving aggressively, or practicing gratitude, every small step you take brings you closer to your financial wisdom and freedom. Remember, the journey to financial wisdom is a marathon, it's not a sprint. It requires patience, discipline, and a willing to learn from both successes and failures. But with dedication and perseverance, you can create a life of abundance and fulfillment that extends far beyond your bank account. Subscribe to Wealth Hub IQ and remember to like and comment.